Hey everybody. Yeah, I'm laying in bed. Now I'm sitting in bed. Whew. Wait a second for everybody to get on, but I'm just wanting to talk today. I don't really want to put makeup on or anything. My hair looks good though, straightened it. But no, I just wanted to get on and talk a little bit about life. Yeah, so right now, those of you who don't know, hey Haley, Tony and I are going through a divorce currently. I live in my own apartment and he lives in his. We're still friends. It's not one or the other's fault. But just so you guys know, a lot of you don't know about this, and I feel like you don't really need to know, but it'd be a lot easier not having to have to ease it into conversation when people are like, oh, how's Tony? And I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, but we initiated it back in April. Still waiting for everything to go through. Back and forth, we talked about it and getting back together and then not. Yeah, it's just a small part of my life right now that's, I guess, a big part of my life that you guys probably don't know about. And if you do, well, yeah, one of the lucky ones. It's ironic because we just had a party celebrating our marriage back in April, but ironically is when we decided to get divorced. So yeah, so just so you guys know, something I feel like you should know, even though it's not really anyone's business. But I talked to Tony first before I did this video, so I'm not just talking crap or anything. I just want you guys to know that that's happening. And I talked to Tony, and he said it was okay, because it's not just my business, it's his business too. Nobody knows the whole situation more than me and him, so, but we're still best friends, and I still love the man, and, and it's just something I want to say. No offense to Tony, but people think that they need someone to be happy, and that the other person in your life is supposed to make you happy. I just want to say that no one is more responsible for your happiness other than yourself. If you're not happy, you change it. You can't rely on someone else around you to make you happy. I just want to say that because that was one of the things that we were having issues with. But I now see that, and I am trying to make myself happy. With or without a person. Shit, if I have a boyfriend, it's no one's business. If I have a girlfriend, it's no one's business. I am trying to make me happy. I don't care what people think anymore. I mean, yes, it is definitely going to be a factor in my life occasionally, but no. I want to be happy. I want to be healthy. I want to enjoy my life, whether I'm with someone or not. Because I feel like I said, you don't make the other person happy, and they don't make you happy. You have to be happy, they have to be happy, and you just share it with each other. You share that happiness with each other. You share who you are with that other person, and you both enjoy it. So don't ever take that obligation on yourself to make someone happy. Stop doing that. Stop. Just stop it. Go out and be strong. Try new things. If you're like me and you like adventure and you also like being lazy, shit, do it. Sleep all day long on your day off. Who cares? That is your day off. No one can tell you how to live your life. If you want to go to the Grand Canyon one day and you just happen to have enough funds, go to the Grand Canyon. Go to the Grand Canyon and take millions of pictures and enjoy that silence of peace. I've been to the Grand Canyon, and if there's no one there, it is very peaceful. So, I just wanted to say that. I literally can't express how much that is a part of my life now. Right now, I'm happy. I am so happy. I have my own apartment. I have my own car. I pay for my own cell phone bill. I have a dog who I love. I have a job that, even though it's not the greatest at times, I made some pretty damn good friends from. I mean, I can't tell you. I made friends with my friend Bella, my friend Poe. I made friends with De Leon, Arda, Kiva, Brittany. Like, you don't understand. Like, even if I hate my job, I love the people. And I look forward to seeing them every day. So, that's another reason why I joined Lime Life, because I have friends in my hometown I can talk to now. I have, like, fucking Angie. Angie's on here. Hi, Angie. I have Angie. I have Kayla. And I have all my old friends that I haven't spoke to in, God, a while, that I can talk to. And it's not just to talk to about, bullshitting and gossiping. No, we actually encourage each other. We tell each other what their flaws are whenever they're trying to do something, and we help them fix them. We don't just tell them their flaws and make them feel like crap. So, if you're going to go out there and be happy, and you see that someone else absolutely needs help, empower that person. Give them courage. Support them. Don't worry about what other people think. I personally, I have generalized anxiety, and I've been going to therapy for a year and a half now. I have PTSD. I have depression. And all that came from a lot of things. And I don't want to explain that right now. One day I will. Probably when my mom gets here. But I struggled with that my whole life, and I didn't know why. I had no idea that I had anxiety. I didn't know why my chest was hurting, why I was panicking and hiding in corners and hyperventilating, laying in bed all day crying. I still do that occasionally. I mean, shit, you can't beat a chemical imbalance. I'm sorry. But you can learn how to cope with it. So having anxiety is really crappy. I take medication, and it works, but sometimes things are just too hard, like this divorce, and you just break through it and you cry. But you need to cry. Crying is okay. It is okay to not be okay. It really is okay to not be okay. People don't realize that it's okay. They'll cry, and like me, I'm one of those people. They'll cry and then be pissed off that they cried. They're just mad because I cried. I'm angry that I cried because now I'm showing weakness. Shit, be vulnerable. Show your weaknesses. Show people who you really are and stop worrying about it. Stop. Just cry. Let it out. So, I have anxiety. I go to work every day. When I get freaking confronted, yeah, sometimes I break down. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect. I cry in front of people. Yes, I was weird in school. I used to be really popular. I was really popular in, like, elementary. And all the boys, like, really, they were all over me. They were like, yeah, this girl's so cute. And then junior high hit. And all these girls got breastises and booties. And for some reason, I became the outcast because I didn't know how to socialize or interact. Because I was scared. I was sad. I didn't understand those things. But I always believed in having morals. I believed good things were good, bad things were bad. That was me. I always have been like that. And you're right, Angie. Sometimes crying cleanses the soul for a little while. And it does. I can't tell you how many times I've cried since this divorce the start of this divorce, and then felt so much better. Because I'm not crying because I'm getting a divorce and everyone's going to say something. No, I'm crying because I am losing something that I have loved for 7 years. And I grieved it. Just like you would grieve if someone passed away. I grieved. This thing is not focusing. Anyways. So when I was in school, I didn't understand why people wouldn't talk to me. And then as the years went through, I had a best friend, and I loved her. And she eventually became a bully to me. She would tell me how fat I was, and that I was annoying, and that I should shut up, and all these different things. I'm not going to say names, because I still like this girl. She's still, she's pretty crappy sometimes, but I still like this girl. She's beautiful. She has 2 beautiful children. That's a blessing in itself. I just hope that she takes care of those 2 beautiful children. Then I met Tiffany, and I had a best friend, and we have been best friends since. So that is something I can express, is like, no matter who you are, you will always find a friend. No matter what. Someone who sees you for you. Tiffany has been there since I told her everything. I told her my entire life and all my sad stories, which one day I'll tell you guys when I'm brave enough. And she was there for me. The other friend was there for me when it was needed, when it was a necessity. And that hurt. And then eventually became my bully. Called me fat all the time, which I'm not fat. Yeah, I have a little under chin here, but I'm not fat. But my point, I'm trying to find it. When I was in school, I didn't understand it. And then when I got out of school and I went to college, I couldn't make friends. I tried. And then I went to basic training. I felt so lonely. Then when I went through basic training, I met all these girls. And living in Zavala, we obviously have like a culture shock. Like, we don't have any black people really. We have like 2 or 3. We barely have any Mexicans. We don't even know if we have any Asians. Like, we have, it's very undiverse. And when I went to basic training, I didn't know what to say. There were black girls everywhere. There were Mexican girls everywhere. I didn't know what to say that wouldn't offend them. And don't get me wrong, I screwed up. I said some words by accident 'cause I thought it was normal. I thought it was a normal word. It was the appropriate way to address someone. It wasn't. No. I almost got my ass kicked. But they taught me. They took time out of their day to teach me how to talk to people. And now I know the appropriate terminology. When I was in school, I was afraid to say black. I was afraid. Now that's supposedly the appropriate thing to say, if that person sees it that way. So, life is a learning experience. Everything you do is a learning experience. So don't beat yourself down because you screwed up on something, or you couldn't complete something because you didn't know how to do it, or you knew how to do it and you still screwed up. Don't beat yourself down. Mistakes happen. Mistakes happen for a reason. They help you learn. They help you understand. They help you cope. They help you correct. They help you know what to do the next time. So it's okay. It really is okay. It's okay to not be okay. Thanks, Jason. That is sweet of you, by the way. I forgot to answer your comment. I'm on a rant right now. I'm on a roll. But I'm trying to understand that now in my life. People don't understand, but I've been through a lot of different types of abuses in my life, and it is hard. It is hard to trust another person. It is hard to smile whenever things are crappy. It is hard to take confrontation with your teeth glistening and your eyes wide without screaming back, because I'm the kind of person that when I'm confronted, I want to fight back. I'm like, oh, hell to the no, I'm going to beat your ass. But in the military, that's not okay. So, I've learned being here that you have to learn how to listen and take what people say and not take it to heart, but listen to it and then think about what you're going to say back. Think about what they said. Maybe they're having something going on in their life and they're confronting you because they just are angry and they want to take it out on someone. So don't jump to conclusions. Shit happens. Hey, Tanner, I'm good. If you listen to the beginning of the video, you'll see how I'm doing. But there's so many things I've learned in this past year, especially in the military. I can't tell you how many times I've cried because I was under so much stress. There was this guy, this supervisor, that didn't understand me and my cues and what triggers me. I didn't understand his way of teaching and his demeanor and his personality. I never understood it. So when he would yell at me or confront me or tell me to do something, he always said it sternly. I don't take stern very well. And so after a while of compacting and being scared to tell him when I screwed up and building up on all these different things, eventually that little tiny little feather fell on my back and it broke. And I started crying, and it was a big old, just giant thing. Oh, good job, Austin. I'm so proud of you. Can you count to 20 yet? But there are things that happen in life, and like I said, shit happens. Just take it that way. I met this guy who, I guess, super sweet. Very sweet. Not a guest. Definitely a super sweet guy. And something about him just blew my mind. I dropped a plate of chili dog on the ground one day, and I started crying. And it was because I didn't want to show that I have errors and I have flaws and I make mistakes, and also because I felt, okay, Austin, I felt that everything I did wrong was a giant thing. But he smiled at me, picked up the tray, and went and bought me another hot dog and said it was okay. So there's different people in the world. There are different things that happen. So just get rid of all the negative people, or at least try to help them and find out why they're so negative. And then if you can't help them, they don't want to be helped, then you just leave them. Drop them, tell them why. Don't be an ass and just ghost them, but talk to them, tell them why, and be honest. And then when you find people that are positive, hold on to them. Hold on to them so tight. Hold on to open people who are honest with you, and they tell you when you have a flaw. Shit, if I have a booger on my face and I'm on live, you better tell me in the comments. Like, I love people like that. Okay? So, enough with my rant. How is everyone doing? Because I'm crazy tired. And now that you know I'm getting divorced, and I've been through some shit, school was shit. So here's another thing. I've always had, and I know what you guys are going to say, but I've always had a, I guess it's called a body type, I don't know what you would call it. Like, my self-esteem was really low about my body. And that was because of that bully I had, that girl in school. She'd always call me fat. Well, obviously, I'm not fat. But back then, I sucked it in like a vacuum cleaner. So, I went through stages of my body. I got really chunky. Then I got really small, and people called me anorexic. And then, when I went through basic training, my belly was super tiny, but my butt got big. My thighs have always been big. That's the thing. And then when I got here in Arizona, I've gained weight. I finally got a little bit bigger. But before that, I dropped a lot of weight. So I don't know what's up with my body, but I've always had low self-esteem. Now I'm just embracing my body. Like, excuse me, I never had an ass. Now I do. Yes. Yes, finally. But I'm embracing it. I gained weight, and most of it's probably muscle. But stop Stop with all the negative. Stop worrying about what your body looks like. Take care of yourself. If you're worried about your body, do something about it. If you're not happy, do something about it. Fuck the haters, Austin. Fuck them. They're gonna hate. Exactly. If you want something to change in your life, change it. Stop hoping that someone else will fix your problems. Stop hoping that it will just go away. Because it's not going to go away unless you do something about it. If there are things that you need to talk about in life, talk about them. Come out. Speak. You're probably going to help someone else more than you can ever imagine just by speaking, and then they might come out and talk to you. So, just do it. I can't tell you how many people in my life that I have known, and I'm not talking about anyone that you guys know. It's crazy, right? But who were afraid to come out with being gay and lesbians and bisexuals. Like, that is the kind of world we live in, where people are scared to come out because they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to just be manipulated. They just want to be themselves, and they're too scared, so they hide. When they finally came out, do you know how empowering it is when somebody comes out? And that's not the only come out I'm talking about. If something happened to you in your life, talk about it. Someone else might actually benefit from it, whether or not you do. You'll actually benefit from it just from talking about it. So, I'm going to shut up now. But I just wanted to have a small little video today to explain to you guys what's going through my mind right now. But just know that pretty much the thing to take away from this is, if you want to be happy, no one is responsible for that other than yourself. The other person shouldn't have to make you happy. If you're not happy with someone, tell them. Tell them, I'm not happy with you. But it's not you. I just can't be happy. I am going to go make myself happy. If you are happy with someone, tell them. Tell them, you make me so happy. You don't realize I'm already a happy person, but you make me glow. Please just do that. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch Grey's Anatomy now.